I mean, I could, but I wasn't the one coughing.
Your face is coughing.
How are you doing,
Probably.
EP?
Hmm?
You said you were feeling worse when you woke up. How are you doing now?
I'm doing all right. Enough to get through this. You know what's fueling me? The fact that people answered riddles correctly.
Yeah, I mean, technically, Rob, I think you came up with the first solution.
Well, I think we both did. But yeah, I was thinking river.
Yeah.
I was thinking river, but the doesn't move part, I don't know why, it just threw me off.
That's the classic one for rivers. It's like, it doesn't move, but it's always moving. Whatever. You know?
It runs but never walks is the classic one for rivers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if I use only the classic ones, then it'll be really easy.
My first instinct was, it's a river. And I'm like, but rivers kind of move. Is that wrong? And I didn't want to be like, oh, it's wrong. You instantly die.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that definitely sounds like something I would do.
No, I was just, I don't think we would like die, but I think it would close something. It'd be bad.
Bad. Well, Terrell isn't Terrell isn't the one that isn't one of mine jumping in head first, obviously, or backflipping over things head first, whichever.
Can I assume that you all head towards the new building at the edge of the clearing?
Yep. Fate's gonna start walking there immediately.
Okay, Terrell's gonna follow.
It takes a surprisingly short time to reach something that appears to be so far away. You arrive at the outcropping of a triangular, from the sideways, seeing stone building shed. There is a door on the front. Simple wooden door made only of planks. With a yes, when you knock, you hear your knock echo.
I guess I'll attempt to open the door.
Okay. It leads to a staircase that leads down the stairs. And you can see at the bottom, after about 15-20 feet, it levels out into some sort of chamber where 3 stones are placed in the center of a basin.
Huh.
More basins.
I'll go down the stairs.
When you reach the bottom of the stairs, you notice that this entrance room is circular and carved with faces into the stone wall. They all seem to be holding their faces and screaming. There's a small door on the far side of the wall that looks like a small creature might fit into it. There are 3 stones in a basin in the center of the room. They are red, blue, and yellow.
They're the primary colors. There's a little hole over there too. I'll point it out to Taro.
You think if you got on your hands and knees, you could crawl through it?
As a full person?
Yes.
Just Terrell or everybody?
Everybody. Nobody here is particularly large.
I thought it's a small creature. I was thinking like...
Yeah, I was thinking mouse, obviously.
No, that's tiny. Super tiny. Glad we cleared that up.
Do we crawl through right away?
When you attempt to move towards that door, you are blocked by some sort of invisible wall. You actually run directly into it and hurt your nose in the process.
I didn't move yet, though.
You said, can we go through the door?
I said, do we crawl through right away? I was talking to the group.
Okay, all right.
But I will run into it for
Okay, thank
comedic
you.
effect
Good.
in a
Excellent.
second.
Yeah, perfect.
Always
She like
stepping
goes
through.
to turn to like look at it more and runs into an invisible wall.
Look, I mean, you said I was running into things.
All right.
Right, so
like,
let's go. Go ahead.
Put my hand out and like feel along the wall.
Okay, you eventually run into, of course, this invisible wall, and then you like mime an invisible wall in front of you.
What's it feel like?
Try and follow it.
It feels kind of like glass.
Hey, Rogue, why don't you go passively percept those basins and see what's there?
Wow.
Talk about metagaming over here, Rob. Jeez.
That was just my way of saying, hey, look around, Rogue.
Well, I mean, we can't quite. Can we make it to the basins, or is the like which
The
side
basins are on your side. You can
Oh,
make
okay,
it
sorry.
there.
Yeah. So I'm gonna check out the basins. And
When
see
you
if-
look into the basins bowl, you hear a voice only in your mind that says, "In me lies 3 stones to hold dear, the source of 3 gifts that no one should bear, the keeper of secrets, the guardian of the exit. Let the guessing begin, 'cause shit's gonna get hectic."
it's about to get real here, folks. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah, what?
Oh, I don't know. There's a voice. Come closer to this basin. Maybe you'll hear it too.
I'll go closer to the basin.
You don't hear
you know.
anything when you look in the basin.
I don't hear anything.
There's nothing there. I want to
Can I
go
get-
check out another basin.
There's
different
only
one.
this basin.
Oh, the one basin is red, blue, yellow?
Yes, there are 3 stones inside of it.
Gotcha.
Can I try and recall the rhyme and tell it to them?
Make a intelligence check.
Nat 20.
Yeah, nat 20. Okay. I'm going to send it to you as you now recall it pretty dang well.
Well, this voice, it's making a very strong impression. So I say back to the group at the base when I get close to the basin, it says, 3 stones to hold dear, the source of 3 gifts that no one should bear, the keeper of secrets, the guardian of exits. Let the guessing begin, because shit's gonna get hectic. So 3 stones, and we're supposed to hold them. The source of 3 gifts that we're not going to be happy about. But we're supposed to hold them. Keep their secrets, the guardian of exits. So in order to get out of here, we definitely got to do something with stones, and we got to be holding them.
I think so.
But which one's which? Blue.
3
Yellow.
gifts that no one should hold dear? Is that what it said?
3 stones to hold dear. That's the first part. Then
Okay.
the source of 3 gifts that no one should bear. So these stones, in my interpretation of it, will be the source of gifts that we're not going to like. It's the keeper of secrets, the guardian of exits. Let the guessing begin, because shit's going to get hectic. So can I get a
Doesn't sound
Like-
good.
no? Can I get a description again of like the environment, like rough,
Sure.
like real quick?
You're in a circular stone chamber. The walls are depictions of screaming faces with their mouths open.
Mhm.
The far end of the chamber has a simple wooden door, but it's a size for a small sized creature, so it's about half as tall as a normal one. And your ability to get through the chamber is about 4/5 of the way across the circle before you hit the invisible wall. In the center of the chamber is a basin in which lies a red, blue, and yellow stone.
And I followed the wall. Does it go all the way back and across?
Yes.
The 3 faces, do they have any kind of
There are
markings
more than
that-
3 faces, all like
Okay.
many faces,
Many
all
faces.
of them with their mouths open. Normally, it seems like they're screaming.
Do we recognize any of the faces from people who disappeared in the forest?
No, they don't appear to be of any specific people that you recognize.
that's
It's a
good.
very simplistic depiction.
Are there
Uh,
like holes in the mouth? Like
Yeah,
for a
it's kind of
stone?
like what's that Picasso, the Scream painting where they're like, ah, yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
So when I say like, is there a hole for a stone?
Yes,
Okay. And we can access those faces.
yes. Sorry, Sky. Thank you. Well, I don't know that that's the one.
No, Starry Sky is the.
Starry Sky is the one that's good.
It's got. You're talking about the Scream by. I can't remember the name right now.
We can Google it. Starry Sky is a good painting, not like the Scream, which is weird and fucked up.
Yeah, it's not a happy painting. Starry Sky is pretty happy.
Your face is happy. I got Starry Sky in Animal Crossing New Horizons. It was the first painting I got, and I nailed it. They were like, "What's the name of this painting?" And I was like, "Starry Sky, bitch." And that's the real one because I know exactly what it looks like. I seen it.
The first one I got was the Mona Lisa.
Well, that is also an easy one to recognize.
Dang,
I
giving
got
you no
another one,
credit.
but I
Cotton.
can't remember what it was right now.
Hmm.
The differences between the Mona Lisa is just her eyebrows when I looked it up.
I feel like
I
if I got
couldn't
the
look at the
Mona
Mona
Lisa,
Lisa.
it's going
So that
to
was
be
the one I
really,
fought
really
first.
easy because I play Fate Grand Order and the Mona Lisa is the shopkeeper.
She's grumpy in the fake one.
I'm grumpy in all of them. Look at any artwork that's ever been made of me. I actually really like the grumpy Lyra picture, by the way.
The little chibi I drew like a long time ago.
Yeah, it's called Grumpy Lyra. It's literally the name of the painting. Yes.
So Terrell is going to pick up the red stone and casually.
If we were playing in real life, I would casually hand you a piece of paper right now.
Can I do a gut instinct to figure out which stone I should pick up?
I don't see you typing.
Calm yourself, friend.
I'm just surprised it's like it would normally appear. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Happy pasting.
Yeah, that's right. Pathfinder Edward Munch, the Screamer.
You are affected by the second part as well as the first part.
Oh, okay.
All right. So yeah, you come out with the red stone in your hand. Fade, you wish to know which stone you should pick up?
Yes.
Yes, make an insight check. This is specifically simply asking God or the world or your intuition, gut reasoning.
I got a 10.
I mean, there's two stones and you don't know which one to pick. This is exactly like your whole life. You have analysis paralysis. You don't know which one's better. They both look equally beautiful. There's nothing different about their shape, just that they're different colors.
Which one did Toril get?
Red.
Red.
What color is the... We follow Goose and Guz, right?
Correct.
What color is Goose and Guz's color?
Goose and Guz is not associated with any particular color except maybe red for all of the blood and murder.
I was just saying Goose and Guz had a favorite color.
I mean, you can listen. At some point, you're going to be her saint, so I'm sure you can get her on speed dial. You're like, "What up, girl? How you doing?"
Can I go, "What up, girl? What's your favorite color?"
You just did.
Oh. Well.
So Terrell is sort of once she picks up the rock, Terrell is like trying to wave it around, and it's not coming out of her hand in spite of her just obviously not holding it. And
what's wrong with you?
She's trying to talk, but you guys aren't hearing her. But there's no voice coming out of her mouth. Did you?
Is Tarl doing a new dance?
Why can't you guys hear me?
Well, you gotta mute yourself.
Why can't you hear me?
Let me mute you. Okay.
No. When you are speaking, you can hear Tarl speaking.
Oh.
Connor's doing an amazing job given the delay.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
When you say "Are you okay?" Terrell's like, "Of course I'm not okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
But why can't you hear me?
So we can sometimes hear you.
If you pick,
We hear you when we speak.
why can't you hear me right now? Okay,
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Well, we hear you when you speak. What's going on with you? Come on, say something. I'm waiting for you. Come on, flat. No pressure.
Oh my
Cat
god,
got
I
your
feel
toe.
like Terrell is getting red to the ears, steaming in anger. I want to see Tsundere Terrell. That's all I'm asking for,
I
Connor.
guess I'll just go pick up the yellow rock.
Oh boy, good. Excellent. I'm handing you
All
something.
right. That leaves me with the blue.
I like yellow a lot. Blue's also one of my favorite colors, which is why I was struggling with that.
I'll grab blue. Why not?
Yep. Okay.
Yellow's usually a happy color.
So you have taken blue, Shep?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then Cotton, here you are. All of you are now holding stones and looking at each other. No one is talking. I love the idea that Terrell's mouth is still moving, but you can't hear anything.
Yeah.
So what exactly did the riddle states?
Hey.
Were you? Sorry,
Wow, my God, Cotton, I love how you arranged that.
Something about one should not.
Why is that you?
Gifts one
You
should
guys
not
didn't
hold.
even listen to
The
me when I
gifts-
said don't pick up.
Wow, this is gonna be the best ever. Okay, so I want to make it clear that occasionally, while either of you are talking, Unalaus is racked with pain. Just like, obviously, like, oh, ah!
Do we have any
Can
kind of?
I grab Unalaus' stone to try and help him?
Yes, it is stuck to Unalaus.
Terrell is gonna give up on trying to communicate, and she's going to like walk over to one of the mouths and try and insert it.
Yeah. Okay. You stick your hand in there. It does not drop off of your hand.
Okay. And then there's no discerning markings between the different faces.
Correct.
Okay.
I just
Is
want to
there
say,
any-
out of character, I feel like I made the right choice. If the other one gives you pain.
Carefully. Mm.
Wow, Rob, I love how you're doing this as well. You and Cotton are putting in work.
So I think we need to work together to find a
Right,
solution
I think you just
to
need
this.
to
No.
put the stone.
Talk aloud. Talk aloud, but don't.
No, why go? Can't you just listen to me?
Ouch. Wait. Wait.
Why
wait.
aren't you trying to put the stone?
Ouch. Wait, one at a time.
Why are you trying to put the stone in?
Ouch.
Into
Quit saying that word.
Maybe it's time for whispers.
You actually weren't able to say that.
I said shh.
I'll buy that. Okay.
Okay,
I
one at a time.
have
Taro,
I
proceed.
have to shout.
Taro, proceed.
I have. So
Put your rock.
why? Where?
There.
What are you trying to? Just show.
And okay,
Just show me. Just show.
I'll point at one of the faces.
Just show me.
Every time, just constantly. And while you're speaking, for this sentence, Unalaus is like almost rolling in pain right now.
Also, sorry, folks, if I'm being too loud or whatever.
So does any face works?
Did you say that aloud? Okay. I don't know.
She said it as a question.
Well, I guess that was a response. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't have been able to say that.
Yeah. So, I mean, Taro's going to gesture to the faces for people to start
Unalaus tell
inserting
Taro
lines.
to put the stone in a face?
You probably couldn't hear, maybe, over my shouting.
Oh,
I think Rob just dropped out.
He did.
Unless that was maybe one of the stones things.
No, that's not the power of the stone.
I still feel like I picked up the right stone. I don't want to be racked with pain every time someone talks, it seems like. Can I go over to Taro as this is going on and whisper, so I didn't know you had a thing for half elves.
Why are you talking so quietly?
Stop talking.
Why are
over
you
me.
talking so quietly?
It's considered
Are you...
fairly rude, sis.
I have to. Sorry, I'm not following the rules there. My bad.
I love the idea that you're still talking to her, but you can't hear anything.
Shouting is constant for you
Why
now.
yeah, are you? Yes.
So
If you
do
keep
you
on
have to
talking,
speak
I
over
can
all of my
keep on
words?
talking.
So can you choose to be quiet for a few
No, I
seconds?
cannot. I've.
This whole time.
So can you
Unalaus
not
is
talk,
racked in pain.
or do you
I
have
have,
to
I
keep
have to shout and I have to talk. I can only talk when you.
shouts?
I can only talk.
So do
I can
you
only talk when
have
you're
to
talking.
keep
And I have to
shouting
shout. Yes,
every
do have
time
to
I
absolutely
say
have
any
to keep on
words?
talking. Yes. I'm sorry, audience, and
At this moment, your red stone disappears.
so I can now talk freely.
Correct.
Okay. And so Taro like looks at her hand miraculously. Is okay. I'm really sorry, Fate. That was and Unalaus. And then I start talking really quietly. So I whisper to Fade and like, is this a good thing or a bad thing that I lost the stone? It seems like a good thing, but I don't know if it's going to get us any further.
So I don't know the words to answer your questions.
You're doing an incredible job. I feel really bad. I don't know if anyone's noticed yet.
Are you, what kind? Can you tell me what the stone is compelling you to do?
Simply, I must speak with S's. Does S's count as a word with S?
Yes, and when you say that entire sentence, Unalaus is on the floor screaming very loudly.
Can't I whisper to her? Or
Yes,
is it
but it
like-
still happens.
What a slippery thing.
Your stone disappears.
Oh, that's good.
So I had to say S. Maybe. How can we help Unalaus then?
So I
We have
believe
to wait for him
Unalaus
to reconnect
is...
to the call, I think.
Yes. Yeah, we gotta wait for that. I suppose I could draw.
We could get Tsundere face upset but slightly cute Tarl, maybe? Look, I'm not here to tell you what to draw. I'm just telling you what I'm thirsty for. And it's not just water.
I guess I'm going to go over to Tarl again and just like nudge her and be like, quietly, so I saw what happened over there with Unalaus on the way here. Is there something you want to tell me?
Unalaus is just getting a little handsy sometimes, maybe.
It looked like you were the one that was grabbing his hand,
I don't
looking
know
into
about
his
that.
eyes.
That seems like projection on your
I
part.
saw it happen.
I mean, I think you spent a little bit too much time at the bar.
I work there.
So Shep's home network crashed and he's rebooting his internet.
Okay. Is Squeaker around still?
Yes.
Yes. Was Squeaker affected by any of this?
You have no idea.
No.
Squeaker is a mouse.
So did you have to talk over me every time I talked, or were you just doing that so you could talk?
No, I had to talk, and I had to talk loudly over you.
Oh, okay.
It must have been really annoying. I'm sorry.
Yes, it was.
But at least at least we're not in pain.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't talk so much.
So is the invisible wall still blocking us from proceeding?
Correct.
Yeah. Oh, I see a ship.
Jesus, what a worse time for that to go down.
I want to let you know, Unalaus, you have been shrieking in pain repeatedly this entire time.
Unalaus, can you tell us what your stone is causing to happen to you?
Pain when you talk.
At any volume?
Sorry.
Ow! Don't.
Even if we're quiet.
That worked. That's good.
But we can talk quietly too.
We're free of our stones.
Yeah, see? I told him what my stone was causing, and it...
Ow, 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 ow. Okay. I'm going to go through my pack and get my pen and ink.
Ah, there we go. Okay. You've got it. What do you want to do?
And I'm going to give chat credit because it's a great idea. So I'm going to write down what my affliction is.
Very well.
So don't speak the letter S, or whenever you speak, it causes me pain.
When the rest of you understand his affliction, his stone disappears.
I am so sorry. My affliction made me say a bunch of S's.
Of course.
I had to start and end every sentence with an S.
Well, I felt the pain. I still do.
I am so sorry.
I would prefer if you didn't communicate to me using S for a while.
I don't know how.
You just did it.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. That's good. So the stones are gone. Let's check. Is that invisible wall gone?
Yes, the invisible wall is gone.
And let us proceed.
Let's get out of here.
Who goes first, crawling on their hands and knees through the door?
I think Freyd's been leading the whole time, so she'll crawl first. Which is my least favorite position in a party.
I mean, you're in a barmaid's outfit. That's a skirt.
The skirt or long dress?
I'll be behind her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Making sure there's no creeping.
I'll
So-
be behind.
so-
I'll behind both of you.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You're in trousers, so
I'm in trousers. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
not particularly revealing trousers.
I want to ask Unalaus. You're a half elf. In your eyes, you're actually younger than these two, but you know, age-wise, you're older than both of them by almost twice as much. Do you have any attraction to either of these cute young women?
Unalaus is all hormones. He'll tap that.
Okay, yeah. Then I mean, from your point of view, what's happening is Tarl is sticking her butt aggressively in your way to keep you from seeing anything further.
Take your time, but let's go forward.
Terrell's gonna roll her eyes voraciously.
Voraciously requires sound.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Then very
so I
strongly.
see you pick the spot next to Unalaus again, Terrell.
I won't be picking it again. Fade.
Sorry, I got it wrong. Voraciously does not require sound. It's the other V word that now I can't remember.
Verbose?
Yes, verbose. And you know, as long as I'm apologizing for being wrong at things, last week I mentioned that my favorite color was FF6724, which is not correct. My favorite color is actually black.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Black like my soul.
You exit into a small room that looks very plain, as if someone has been here recently. There's a small desk with a stack of aged parchments on top. There's also a bottle of ink with a quill sticking out of it. A chair with a fox fur lined on the back and the arms seated underneath of that desk. There is a small painting of a nature scene on the wall and a small table in a corner with a teapot and 3 teacups. On the floor is a simple wolverine-skinned rug. On the ceiling, there is a plain candle lantern that is lit. From the lantern hangs a lit pipe, which is still smoking. There is nothing of value here, with the exception of a door made entirely of silver at the exit.
Can I go to the documents and look at them?
Yes. At the top of every document, it says, humble sir or madam, from the desk of Sir Grimlock, ... And then the rest of it hasn't been filled out, as if these are several sets of unsent letters.
There's some unsent letters over here. It's from the desk of Grimlock?
Sir Grimlock.
Sir Grimlock? Have you guys ever heard of a Sir Grimlock?
I don't recall. Have we?
Make a history check.
Oh, I gotta open up the right tab. You want to roll for
Can I
me?
make this one as well?
Yes.
You wanted someone to roll for you, Shep?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
I don't know what your
I think
bonus
we
is,
should-
but I got a 15 on your dice.
The two of you have both heard of Sir Grimlock. He's not a common figure in history. A lot of people don't know of him anymore. But the etiquette and manners of the world have been gathered into a book which originally bore his name, Sir Grimlock's Guide to Parties and Interactions. But over the years, it lost the name of the original author hundreds of years later and is now known as simply The Guide to Etiquette.
Well, while
Guys,
you
better
ponder those
display your
letters,
best manners. And I stared directly at Terrell.
Manners.
It seems we are at the desk of the man who wrote the Book of Etiquette.
Look, so I mean, I got a place. Where do I got to put the fork? That's all I got to know.
Maybe we should start with please and thank you and proper greetings. Stick to those. I don't think we'll be eating dinner soon.
Okay, so I'll look around the room while they're pondering the letters, just doing a general inspection.
Okay.
Like a good rogue should. Oh, wait, I'm not a rogue. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, would you like to make a perception check?
Yeah, I'll take a look around.
Yeah.
Perception is +4.
I'm also going to be taking a look around.
Yeah. What's your result?
17 total.
Okay. You notice that the ink is still quite wet in the ink thing. The chair with the fox fur lining is well taken care of. In the nature scene, you notice that there is a deer which is sort of bowing towards a wolf. The wolf is looking at it from across a creek, like a very thin, shallow riverbed, but it is not like leaping over and attacking the deer. And you still notice that still smoking pipe hanging from the plain chandelier set into the ceiling. And of course, quite conspicuously for all of you, is the door made entirely of silver. Oh, look, now there's a second little mouse. Now he's running along the outside of the scarf. Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
One of these days, Connor, I need to get you to play Mouse Guard, the official Mouse Guard role-playing game.
I'm down.
You know what?
I don't know how
it uses a light
mice.
version of the Burning Wheel system, so you'll be able to pull off some crazy stuff.
I mean, if I actually knew how to play.
Don't worry, Mouse Guard will teach you how to play. So Mouse Guard is a good intro for how to play Burning Wheel.
I'm down. Although I don't know how to draw mice. I will learn.
You just drew. Well, I mean, he looks kind of cat-like, actually.
Yeah, he looks kind of cat-like.
In the running picture, he looks cat-like, and the other one, he looks like a mouse that's in a sailboat. The sailboat is Tarl.
yeah. I mean, it's a very cartoony mouse. I can pull that off from the side, but it's harder from the front.
I can't believe you're not down with mouse anatomy. How do you not know how to draw anatomically correct mice on command?
It's a shame.
Let me show you my stick figure real quick. It's very proportional.
Where was my Mickey Mouse class in college? Like,
whatever you do, do not draw 3 circles on this stream. I don't want to get banned.
Okay. 3 circles. Oh,
yeah, for the Mickey Mouse symbol.
Mickey Mouse logo? Yes, I suppose they might be that litigious.
You did a barbarian mouse a little while ago. That was fun.
So, I mean, I guess, yeah, Tarl's going to be inspecting this silver door and seeing if there's any kind of like, is it entirely silver?
Yes,
or is
100% made of silver. You're pretty sure if you stole this? Okay, so when you open the door, it is infinite black void, and a silver gauntlet flies out of the void and slaps you twice on the face.
Can I dodge? Quick?
No, actually. You do dodge, but the hand is guided unerringly to slap you in the face. So you're like in the middle of a roll, and it still slaps you on both sides of the face. Then it goes back into the infinite void, and the door shuts and closes in your face.
Did she just open it?
Yes.
Can I go and knock on the door?
Well, so I'm going to say that was pretty rude. I mean, I thought this place was supposed to be some kind of polite area. Who slaps people in the face just for opening doors?
Maybe you broke etiquette by not knocking first.
It didn't have a knocker on it.
Does it?
Does not.
Carl, your bedroom door doesn't have a knocker on it, and I don't just open it.
That's different. That's an interior door.
We don't know what's in there.
We don't know if that's
that
an
could be
interior door
his
or an exterior
bedroom.
door. Look, fine, maybe.
Toro, I vote you open the door again.
You can vote that. But
I
that's
just want to see you get slapped around more.
Did anything happen when I
bet you
knocked
would.
on it? Did I get smacked for knocking on it?
When you knock on it, you hear a voice go, "Yes."
Did you just slap me?
May we open the door?
You may.
I will open the door.
Okay. The door leads into the forest again. Even though you're somehow underground, now it opens out into the forest. And it's very Legend of Zelda-y. there is a series of 3 stone steps leading up to a sword that has been placed point down into a stone.
Is it the same sword as before?
No, it's quite a different sword. It's merely a long sword. And when I say merely a long sword, what I of course mean is that some sort of celestial writing covers the blade, and the hilt is made out of what appears to be it's like a bell hilt shaped of solid gold.
Thank you for letting us enter.
The door closes behind you as you all are ejected out into the forest. When you turn to look, there is no door. There's only the forest.
Can I go walk over to the sword and examine it?
As you begin stepping up the steps, you hear someone say, "Fellowship, honor, perseverance, cunning, logic, etiquette. Of these you lack but one."
What do you think you're missing, Fade?
It was honor, etiquette, cunning? Is that what he said?
I mean, you do kind of.
Sorry, my cat was kind of bugging me a little bit.
Fellowship, honor, perseverance, cunning, logic, etiquette.
I mean, normally I gotta cover you in the cunning department.
Is it cunning?
There's no answer.
Maybe it was not cunning.
We're not at the end, so maybe we're lacking perseverance. What were the choices again? We're lacking one.
I know it's not fellowship because I have you too.
Oh,
Kumbaya, kumbaya. Hug time.
Cunning, perseverance, fellowship, honor, and intelligence.
Etiquette was the other one. Your lowest stat?
My lowest stat is Constitution.
So perseverance. Well, I mean,
If I go up higher, does it keep talking to me?
whosoever draw this sword shall bear the weight of God. I judge you worthy, but if you draw it, know this: you will bear neither pain nor sorrow nor children, for you will have no gender as an emperor. And then it stops talking till you take the next step.
I think she just keeps going up.
Okay, you reach the final step and it says, "For what you lack, you shall be bestowed a divine blessing."
And then I turn to Taro. Have you been hearing the voice?
Yes.
yeah. So I think Terrell, for once, is like just, pretty humbled. So she's like going to be pretty quiet about it. So she's just like, yes.
Who do you think it's speaking to? There's 3 of us here.
You're walking forward.
Did they not come with me?
Nope.
Oh. I think she just turns around and realizes they're not up the steps with her.
Crap.
Oh, I thought you guys were following.
I think it's talking to you.
Yeah, there was no need for us to follow because every step you took, we learned more.
I see. She hesitates for a moment because the thought of not being able to have kids kind of gets her for a second, but she grabs the sword and tries to draw it.
As your hand touches the sword, the voice says, "It shall grant you capacity." And when you begin drawing the sword, the voice says, What has been done cannot be undone. What has been set in motion cannot be stopped. To activate the divine blade, you must sacrifice one of your companions.
Daryl's going to look at Oonalaus.
It's nice knowing you, Taro.
I mean, that wasn't the expression she was giving Oonalaus. She was like,
and here's the thing, Fade. Now that you hold the sword, you have no emotional judgment anymore. You don't feel happy or sad. So long as you bear this blade, you will have no sorrow. The sword drains all emotion from you.
I don't have any emotion. Like, I don't have an emotional attachment to either of those two right now.
Correct.
Oh no.
All you have is pure logic and divine will.
you're going to listen to some voice?
The voice says, when Terrell says that, says, "You shall be emperor. All will flock to you. For 100 generations, your rule will be secured. Your name will spread like fire across the land. And all will speak your name, both your supporters and your victims."
Do they speak of anybody who stands beside me?
No.
I guess she kind of just looks at the two of them with cold eyes.
I'll bend to one knee and bow. I am your follower.
Man, I feel so bad.
You're going to listen to some watery god,
Okay, Monty Python.
I wanna
distributing
say.
swords as a matter of government.
distributing swords as a matter of government. Like what? How do you know this isn't some kind of dark god? I mean, this doesn't sound like a good thing.
I guess I'll talk to the voice and say, if they bow before me, then I'll need an army. Why would I slay half of the army that I have amassed?
2 is nothing.
1 is even less.
1 only needs 1 true companion in life.
Take
the sword shall be the source of your power. It will be an army unto itself.
What does Guza and Gus think of sacrifices?
Guz and Guz is the god of war. War is sacrifice.
But they're not in battle. I just want to know what Guz and Guz's overall logic
Make a religion check.
I don't want to kill anybody. I got a 4.
Natural 1. This is a common problem in Guz and Guzian theology that has been debated since the beginning of time. There's a question posed among priests of Guz and Guz about 2 siblings, a brother and the sister. The brother is stronger and more able. The sister is clever and wise but weak. Which one do you train? The one who is capable now, or the one who can improve up to a new level while still maintaining something that you cannot train, intelligence? And the point of the question is that there is no answer to it. If you must choose one, both are equally valid in the eyes of Guz and Guz. I would know you have such a choice ahead of you.
I actually want to say that. I say both are equally valid in the eyes of Guz and Guz. Why would I destroy one?
Without a sacrifice, the sword will bear no power.
Must it be now, or can it wait till we sacrifice in battle?
For me, all is now.
Do I recognize the voice talking to me?
I mean, it just sounds kind of like a vaguely deific female voice. Thanks, Kat.
Can I
You
tell
showed
if
up.
it's Goose and Gus?
I mean, there's no with a natural 1 on a religion check. No. I mean, you're pretty sure it's some sort of angelic, godly voice, but you aren't specific to it being Goose and Gus.
Does like Terrell know about like warlock gods and all that stuff?
Make an Arcana check.
All right. 7.
7. Sounds like Terrell might have skipped those classes at home. I think
Okay.
that Terrell recalls lessons, and the lessons were from Unalaus. And we get like Terrell listening for like 10 seconds and then like carving something into the school desk with their knives.
Right.
So Unalaus. Oh man, I feel so bad.
Oh
So
my
Unalaus-
god! Amazing,
Unalaus.
Shep! Amazing. I want to tell you what happens. Don't roll any dice. You cast your spell, and she is completely unaffected by it. And because of the radius of the spell, now I need you to roll dice, because the two of you are the only valid targets.
I guess
Wait,
I
what
should
happened?
read this spell.
Did I catch? Did I
No,
miss
Shep is casting sleep.
How
And he
did- how did-
centered it on Fade, but Fade can no longer fall asleep. Because she has the blessing of the divine hero.
And magic can't put me to sleep.
I was going to say no. It has disadvantage. I thought.
No, I have advantage against
Elves-
being charmed, and magic can't put me to sleep.
Elves
Correct.
can't go to sleep; they trance.
All right.
Even half
Yeah.
elves have
All right,
trance.
but
Make your roll. Let's see if you can beat Tarl's hit points. If so, Tarl's gonna fall asleep.
Okay, so let
How
me
is
go
it
read the
redirecting
spell.
back at me?
Because you're the only valid target for the sleep spell.
I see.
All right, what do I roll here? Creatures within, starting with the creature that has the lowest current hit points. Each
Yes.
creature affected by the spell falls unconscious until the spell ends.
Yes.
You've
How do I
got
know
to.
what- Creatures with three equal to or less than the remaining total for that. I know what's my total.
You gotta. They should be like a dice that you roll
Yeah.
listed on the sleep spell.
Oh,
Your
on
sleep
the
spell is
actual
5d8.
sleep.
You need to beat 15.
Out
That's-
of 5d8. I
Yeah,
think.
that's really probable.
All right, I'll find that later because it actually doesn't tell
It's
me
there.
that.
No, it's at the very beginning. It's the first line.
Oh, you're right. Duh. Okay. 5d8. Let me go here and 5d8.
You feel something pass over you, Fade. Something of the past, something that no longer affects you. Exhaustion, tiredness, sleep. It simply passes through you into the sword. Tyrell? Tarl?
Mm-hmm.
You got some problems.
All right.
Is there a save on this? Or does
Does
it
it-
just
wait.
happen?
It's just
Just
the
gonna
hit
mention-
point save.
Could it affect the mouse first?
Yes, but the mouse only has 1 hit point.
Okay.
You both fall asleep. You both just crumple to the ground. This was not what you expected to happen, Unalaus. You watch as Terrell just flops to the ground next to you.
That's okay. Unulau says, there is your sacrifice. The sacrifice has been fulfilled. Our comrade is down. No response, no nothing.
Must they die to sacrifice, or do we just need to down them?
I don't know, but buy into it.
I'm asking the voice.
Yes, the voice says, pierce their heart with the blade, and you shall activate the magic slumbering within. This is the last aid I shall give you. Your doubt concerns me.
I guess I will start walking towards Unalis.
Okay. All right, you're
Can I
standing in
stab
front.
the mouse?
You can.
Does it do anything?
Are you stabbing the mouse?
Yes.
Okay. I want to just end on that scene. Then is Fade raising her blade directly above Tarl, and the audience is like, ah! And then the sword comes down, and the mouse's heart is pierced, and you see the mouse staring up at you, twitching with its right leg, cursing you with its dying breath as you.
It's a good thing she doesn't care.
Its friend, but it cares. It cares deeply about this betrayal. You're the only human it can talk to, and you have killed it in its sleep.
I do feel bad about it.
That is the story of Saint Fade, of the Guzanguzian Empire, of the Fade Anguzian Empire. This is how she was born. Her emblem shall travel across the world, spreading like fire. All shall speak her name, both her supporters and her victims. Guys, we got to the end. Shep, I want to say...
Did the mouse count?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
You killed the mouse and became
I didn't want to kill the mouse and be like, oh, by the way, that doesn't count. You better kill another person.
You proved that the mouse was a companion earlier when you talked to it and you were nice to it. This is not an ending I anticipated. But I knew that killing the mouse would hurt you personally, Cotton, which means I considered it a valid target.
Yeah, it would hurt me.
You're saying Cotton's pain made it real.
Yes.
Okay.
For conviction.
Yeah. For the audience. They could see that on her face.
Yes.
Shep, I want to say
Squeaker.
you did an amazing job becoming Unalaus. I think more than any other character, I believed him to be this kind of really shitty dude who would easily sell out his companion and be like, huh, sacrifice him.
Still out. I just tried to be sneaky. I tried to put her to sleep and take the choice away from her.
Yeah.
When you said there she sacrificed, I thought you were like, hey, Fade, go stab her.
I know. I even saw your reaction, and that's why I had to elaborate. No, because the intent was not to have anyone killed, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
I wanted the god to. I was hoping that. Well, first off, I tried to put Faye to sleep. That didn't work, and it backfired. So then I tried to adapt and say, yeah, you know what? Our comrade fell asleep. Maybe that would be enough, but it wasn't enough.
You have to
I'm glad it was enough for the mouse, because if she knew that Unalace tried to cast a spell on her, I think that would be who she would sacrifice.
Yeah, definitely. But that would make sense, right?
Yeah.
No offense.
Hey, I was going to sacrifice myself too, because I wasn't looking to have anyone killed. But I'm glad it was a mouse.
The mouse is very sad that you said that.
Toro might be pissed off that we killed his pet or her pet.
Yeah.
I think we should go now before she wakes up.
You're gonna leave her in the forest of destiny forever?
I think I'll pick up Tarl and put her over one of my shoulders.
No. There's nothing past that point. That was the end of the game. Yeah. We're done.
I'm just saying cinematically, she stabs the mouse.
Nope. Black. Yeah. The last thing that happens is you stab the mouse. Black screen.
All right. This is the epilogue.
Nope. No epilogue. Nothing. No one knows what happens after that point in the tale.
All right.
The town. The next thing they know in the story is that the town burns down when she comes out of the forest, and her family's all dead, and she has to go on a rampage. Thanks for joining us for this one shot, guys. Of course, no Mick, so we had to make do. I didn't know how well the story would be received, or if you'd be capable of getting through all the puzzles. The thing that you lacked was honor, because you bludgeoned the knight to death.
But she didn't do that.
Yes, but she's counted as part of this whole party as overcoming these challenges.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yes. That's why it involves sacrificing companions, because they're part of this. You're all part of the magic of the Forest of Destiny.
Did I have to kill somebody because we lacked honor?
Yes. Everyone that you lacked, you would have had to kill an extra companion. So if you lack more than 2 things, you wouldn't be capable of bearing the divine blessing of the blade.
Wow.
That was nice.
Yeah, we did pretty well.
Now you need to neither sleep, nor eat, nor breathe, nor drink water. You feel no pain.
Emotions.
You feel no pain, or suffering. You bear no children, but you shall be emperor.
I'm glad to know a little bit more about what Goose and Gus is like.
And Fade, well, you know a little bit about Goose and Guz. You know a lot more about Fade and Goose.
I feel like Fade's going to completely change now.
Well, yes. Mostly that non-emotion thing, I think, will probably do it for you.
What was the solution for the armor?
Not killing it, accepting its surrender.
And just to walk away.
Yep.
Just accepting the sword?
Yeah, it was surrendering.
Yeah, that makes sense. It also made sense, though, I think, for Terrell to kill it.
No one's saying that didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Let's do some outros. Let's start with our night killer, the dishonorable Terrell.
Dishonorable?
Terrell,
I mean,
the not dead. Terrell, who slept through the most important part.
Goose and Guz commands you to slay your enemies, and what's best in life is slaying your enemies and seeing the lamentations of their women. I mean, like, that seems like
I didn't know that Terrell was such a devout follower.
She doesn't seem very religious.
I mean, she's not, but I'm saying her actions were in the vein of maybe. Anyway, thanks everybody for joining. I had a lot of fun. My name is Connor Hughes. You can check me out on twitch.tv/ConnorHughes when I stream, which is hopefully soon. Thanks everybody. Rob, what's going on with you?
I'll be streaming later tonight, maybe 10 o'clock California time. I had fun too, and it was enjoyable with this pre-gen that I really didn't have to care about the character too much. So that's kind of, I felt a little inconsistent, but I want to do sort of like random things that I wouldn't normally do with my other characters. So hopefully that was fun for you guys too. But I had a good time. Cotton, over to you.
I'm Cotton and I doodle and stuff. You can find me on AP's Tuesday night shows, which is tonight, and his Thursday night Battletech shows. I'm also on Pawn of the Mad Sunday night Gestalt show, Huntress of Wolverine. It's fun, considering my two characters on AP shows are grumpy, to play a not grumpy character every once in a while. But now she's going to be grumpy again, I think.
What?
Very stoic, I should say.
What?
Stoic and rational.
Wait, you're going back to playing Lyra next week.
Lyra is grumpy.
Lyra, look, here's the thing. Isn't she in love now? Like, I've been pushing this storyline incredibly hard. Like, as soon as there's a possibility of it happening, I have been attempting to make this happen in and out of game very hard.
She has been for a while. She was still grumpy.
Okay.
You can be grumpy and in love.
Yeah, it's called a tsundere.
Maybe now that Ashe is coming around, that she'll blow him off.
Oh boy, that would be incredible.
I don't know if Ashe is really coming around.
Ashe is all, no, I must stay pure for my quest. I will be glorious one day because my mommy said so.
Nor am I 100% sure if Ashe has figured it out yet or not.
I mean, people have literally told him outright and directly to his face repeatedly.
I thought they told him about when.
He doesn't believe those people.
Okay. He's been told outright and directly to his face.
Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean that he's figured it out.
You gotta feel these things in your heart, AP.
Okay.
You can't just be told things.
Connor says he's not a 90s anime protagonist, but he sounds a lot like one.
Yeah.
This is some Nisekoi shit right up in here. It's gonna be 400 episodes before he finally figures out that the person he really loved was his childhood friend.
He can't love Win because Win is me. So like I can't do that.
Oh,
that was
no.
That was
listen,
deadline.
we could make it happen.
No, I don't see how that ever works like on a meta game level. Like,
we just have you write it out during the week. You know, you come up with ways you would flirt with yourself.
Maybe Ashe loves Echo.
Wow. Okay, we're done with Connor's outro. Who's next?
Right.
Well, I mean, I was trying to remember who Key was.
Shep, how you doing?
I was trying to remember who Key was when Cotton said Key. I'm like, who's Key? And then I'm like, oh yeah, okay. And then what about Echo? I don't know.
Oh,
Echo is your horse, so we're gonna skip past that.
But it's
there are laws against that.
A spirit.
That's true. Echo is
horse, right?
actually a celestial spirit in the shape of a horse.
Maybe Ashe knows something the rest of us don't.
I mean,
didn't like Luke Skywalker marry a spaceship or something like that?
What?
Don't get me started. The answer to that is yes, and that is the worst part of his entire original storyline.
I haven't seen all the movies, but I know that.
Yes, because I've complained about it twice. Yes.
He didn't in the
He married a
movies, though,
spaceship.
no?
He
In the
married a
books,
spaceship,
in the
though.
original EU, Luke Skywalker falls in love with a Jedi woman who had her spirit put into a space battleship. And then she decided to vacate the space battleship into a unconscious comatose Jedi woman and was like, look, I have a body now. And he was like, wow, everything you've done is horrifying. You just stole this woman's body. But I still love you. What was her name? I think it starts with the C. I'm gonna find it for you.
Seems unnecessarily complicated.
Oh, everything about Star Wars Legends was unnecessarily complicated.
Yeah, I agree, Rob. Like it was kind of fun jumping into like a random character that you didn't care that much about, so you could just like sort of be a little bit more bombastic.
I could tell you had fun
Yeah,
because your face was glowing with all the
You
stuff.
did
that you
seem
were...
to have fun.
I had fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll try and make Ashe
Yeah.
more confident like that. Maybe we'll see.
That's all right.
You also seem to be having a lot of fun when
it's actually
Nick was
just
playing Char.
Rogue. He just wants to play a rogue.
Yeah.
I just have a hard time playing a paladin. Maybe there's all that necessity to be like try and be good. It's like I don't know what the fuck.
Paladins don't always have to be like the best of the best, the goodest of the goodest. They're just trying to be good.
Yeah,
Right, because you don't have to be good, right? You just have to keep your oath.
Also, I think paladins can follow an evil god.
Yeah, I mean, you could be a fallen. You could be. There are lots of other options, right? But I've sort of set up that. Well, Guzenguz isn't exactly like the best god, right? Anything like that, but
Isn't Guzenguz like neutral or something?
Dude,
that's war.
Listen, Guzenguz is the god of war. The gods don't partake in that good, evil, lawful, chaotic crap. What they believe in is their thing.
The lady is evil though.
Yes, but that's only because the death domain is evil in the Dungeon Master's Guide.
So basically, in your world, there is no good, but there's definitely evil.
No, there's definitely good, but good is a construct of people, not of the gods.
Well, okay, but there's no good god. But
Define
there's definitely
good.
evil gods. I mean, it's your world. I'm just saying, in your world, there is an evil god, but there's no good god.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. I mean that makes things like that sort of gives you an insight into like the.
I mean, look at the God of War. It covers chivalry, which one could say is good. It's a attempt to minimize the amount of damage two combating groups inflict by allowing two champions, essentially, to be supported and fight each other.
Yeah, that's
And
how
then-
I try and play Ashe or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean,
But on the other hand, the other aspect of war would be two groups, instead of choosing two champions to have nice, honorable combat, would be to murder each other in their sleep and poison them, because that's also war.
right.
So one of those aspects could be considered good, and the other could be considered evil, which is extremely reductive. So in the end, war is just war.
But it is effective, and that's. I guess
That's questionable.
That's what Fade comes across.
The name of Luke Skywalker's ghost battleship girlfriend is Callista Ming, by the way. You can find it on the Star Wars Legends website. It's fucking weird.
Well,
Have we done
good.
everybody's outro? Connor, did we do yours? I might have skipped you after you said you wanted to bone a horse.
I think.
That was part of my outro. We were done.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you got your outro. Maybe
Did you do your outro, Connor? Were you the first one?
that was the first one.
Okay. I don't have an outro. I'm just glad that I get to play Final Fantasy VII R tomorrow. Maybe. I think I'll be able to make time. I might have to do another one-shot, though. You should know that I designed today's one-shot over the course of 2 hours.
And it was
good.
really good.
I liked it.
I borrowed some stuff from online and mixed it all together, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna make this a week ahead of time because who knew until yesterday that we were gonna do this.
Right.
And so I might have to design a whole thing tomorrow for tomorrow's one shot. So I don't know. Stick around. Maybe you'll see that. Who can say?
Who can say?
Who can say? Have a good night.
All right. Good night, everyone.
I forgot I have to close the stream out. I was just sitting there waiting. I was like, wait, what do I do?
Yeah.